I was just doing the photo for the thumbnail of this video, and my hand kept on doing this, and I was like, is that really going to mean anything? And then I looked down at my notes, and seriously, there are 5 discoveries that I want to talk to you about. So something happened there. I hadn't got them numbered on my on my notes or anything, but anyway, crazy, crazy, crazy. Welcome back to Selfcare Karen. This is my YouTube channel all about my self-care journey, and I thought it would be really apt to actually spend some time thinking about what have been my self-care discoveries this year in 2021, and yeah, just reflect a little bit and then share those with you. And it turns out I've got 5 discoveries, which is fantastic. So yeah, I'm gonna just chat through them. And if this is your first time here, this is about my self-care journey, but it's not, all about me. Well, or is it? No. Basically, my kind of aim is that through my self-care journey and sharing that with you, you will be able to enhance your self-care. And, this year has been really, it's been my first year of having a channel. And yeah, I've had so many discoveries along the way, and my journey has kind of grown and grown and grown. What was just a dream to have a YouTube channel, has kind of extended itself into having an Etsy shop as well. And then I do coaching, and yeah, it's just been an amazing ride. Really, really fantastic. So yeah, you'll see my handles on screen if you want to know more about me and what I do. You can take a look at the video details, or you can take a look at where I appear in other places like Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, and as I said, I've got an Etsy shop. I also have a mailing list. Nearly forgot, got a mailing list. I call it the SCK Tribe, and if you do subscribe to that mailing list, you'll get regular messages, so once every 2 weeks, that are very short, to the point, really about kind of like my journey, sharing that with you, inspirational, motivational kind of messaging, and information about videos and products that that I've released that are available. You'll get a discount code to the shop, and you'll also get a free meditation script that you can download online. So yeah, hopefully you will be enticed to join my mailing list as well. So let's just kick off with the first kind of discovery or revelation that I've had this year, and it only came really when I was reading the book by Susan Jeffers, Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway. And I've seen this book, for years. I've sort of seen the title and thinking, oh, it's a bit naff. But actually, someone recommended that I read it. A group I'm part of, they had a kind of subgroup that was sort of reading it. And someone from there kindly bought me the book. They sent it to me. Such a lovely thing to do. And the book is fantastic. I don't know why I was so negative about it. Crazy. It's so easy to read, really, really relevant, and really quite, it sounds crazy, but quite life-changing. But one of the points that Susan makes in the book is that positive thinking, she frames it up as positive thinking, but I'm going to say self-care is not a one-time event. And I know it kind of sounds logical now that I say it out loud, but it's not a magic bullet. It's something you need to practice every day. And so, sorry for the background noise, I think I just heard the hit lift there in the background to the door go. So it's about taking time every day to look after yourself, or whatever that may mean. Part of that is positive thinking, positive self-talk and all that. But there could be other things that are included in that umbrella. Apologies once again for the background noise. The school's going off again. There's never a good time to film at the moment. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, nice light. So although windows fully fogged, but yeah, hopefully it's you can still hear me okay. So my second discovery has been around establishing a morning routine that really works for you, that really brings you joy. Now, there's a lot of talk about setting your morning up for success, and the kind of power of having a good morning routine. Again, I kind of poo-pooed this for years, but absolutely now I have one, I totally see, you know, the sense in it, and it really is quite life-changing. I don't want to be too dramatic, but having that routine where you're doing things that actually spark joy, that actually bring you a sense of happiness, or what's this new expression I heard, muchness, a sense of muchness. Yeah, you set it up so that when you start your day and you do your routine, you know, you are really starting your day off in a good place, because when you do that, generally the rest of the day follows through, and it's just, yeah. And anyway, why not give yourself the opportunity for joy? Shouldn't you be looking for joy at every moment, every second of the day? But I also learnt, and I'm not this is like a sub point here, you need to be flexible, or I need to be flexible with my morning routine, because at the start of establishing it, I was then, when I wasn't able to do every step because, you know, my son needed me, or that, you know, some other kind of time conflict, it had the opposite effect. It kind of made me feel, oh, today's not going to go well because I haven't done my stuff. So now I have a different view. I'm very flexible. I switch things up. So like my morning routine contains, you know, having a lovely cup of tea, having a probiotic, having a hot shower, doing some stretching or yoga, meditation, sharing my gratitude. So I try and do, you know, and there are some other bits and pieces there. I do that. I'm not very rigid about the order all the time, because I find right now in my life I need to have that flexibility. I think if I was still, you know, alone without and I wouldn't want to be, you know, I love my son so much, but you know, if I was in a different time of my life, it then maybe it would be a bit different. But I am very flexible with that routine, and that belief that I can be flexible and it's still okay really serves me. So I mentioned to you that part of my morning routine is to do meditation, and I don't always get to do it, but what I found I can do, even if I don't get to sit on a mat on the floor, you know, lie down kind of thing, is to play meditations. And in particular, I have discovered healing meditations, which is sort of a genre that I've never really explored before. I've actually recorded a few, and I'll put a link to kind of my favorite one, which is the Ho'oponopono one, which is like a Hawaiian prayer or mantra around forgiveness, around forgiving yourself, but forgiving those that have gone before you. I love it. I just find it so I don't know, uplifting but soothing. You know, just asking for forgiveness without any kind of ulterior motive, if you like. I don't know, I love it. Anyway, so that has definitely been a massive discovery for me, the power of meditation to heal, and that you can really create and meditate and heal the past, you know, so that you have a brighter future. And another discovery that I've had this year is, I call it power walk, power declutter, power whatever, but actually I discovered just in the last couple of weeks that it's called what I'm doing, the technique of kind of time management, if you like, is has the term the Pomodoro technique. Pomodoro is tomato apple anyway. I'm not sure why it's called that, but anyway, and there you're supposed to do like an intense activity for 20 minutes and then rest for 5, and then do that a few times and then have a longer rest. I don't quite do it that way, but what I find is, if I say, you know what, I'm going to do X for 15 minutes, and I put an alarm on Alexa or on my phone, and I just get into it. 15 minutes is actually not a long period of time. What it is. I'm sorry, Alexa, I wasn't talking to you. Oh, sorry, that's so funny. Anyway, yeah, so depending on you know, sometimes you really procrastinate about doing something. It's like, oh my God, you know, I've got to declutter my wardrobe, and oh my God, it's going to be so much work. But if you just say, you know what, I'm just going to do this for 15 minutes, set a timer and just do it. And then once the timer is over, you can either decide, yeah, I'm going to do a bit more, or you just say, right, that's it for now, and move away and do something different. You get stuff done, right? And, you know, I'm all about taking inspired action, but sometimes you just got to get some stuff done. And I find that this works really well for, sorry, I'm just bashing my leg there to prove the point, but, you know, this works for walking. So, and I really got to get back into this. So I was trying to do like a mile a day, a minimum of walking, and I worked out that, and that's where the 15 minutes comes from, that in 15 minutes you can walk a mile. So I was doing, you know, making sure that I was walking at least 1 mile a day. Must get back into that. But it works for decluttering. It also works for stuff like, for me, I do a lot of content creation scheduling, and sometimes it's hard to just kind of get into it. So the 15 minutes, starting off with the 15 minutes, it's my way in, and it just makes it easier. It stops the procrastination. Now I also do this for other things, like for example cleaning up the kitchen, and I found, God, to have a clean surfaces in the kitchen, I don't know why I haven't discovered this sooner, but it makes such a difference to how I'm feeling about. It's like a mental health thing. I know it sounds crazy, but just to have cleanliness, everything tidied away, clean, wiped down surfaces. And now that I kind of just set to it and I say, right, intense activity, just get it done. Don't say, oh no, I'll do it a bit later. Do it all, finish it. Oh my God, it brings such release. So yeah, and that kind of moves on to my next and final point around joy. But yeah, so point 4 was, or my discovery number 4 is around the fact that you can use power, so 15 minutes of intense activity, to get shit done. Okay, so point 5, discovery 5, and it kind of was the kicking off for the channel in the first place, where I said, you know, or I say, how I measure success is by how much joy I feel. I have become much more proactive in trying to get into joy, to be in joy, and really think about what in this moment will make me feel joy. What thing can I do? Can I think? And often it's just about what you're thinking. Can I do to be in a better place, to really ultimately the goal is to feel this high power emotion, high vibe emotion of joy. So I really have made it a goal to be in joy as much as possible. And you know, sometimes it's a struggle, I ain't gonna lie. You know, sometimes it's hard to reach for that better feeling. Sometimes I recognize that I just want to have a bit of, I don't know, neutrality is the word, where I just don't think for a while and I just watch TV. But I do think that I have evolved, and now it's not, that sounds like I'm becoming a new type of human, but I've really grown, and I really am aware. Sorry, I don't know what's going on. I've suddenly developed a cough. But anyway, yeah, I've become aware of the power of recognizing where I am, like what emotion am I feeling, and if it isn't joy, looking for something to spark that joy and be in joy. And you know, they say like attract like, like attracts like, and that's kind of basic premise of the law of attraction. And so if you are in joy, you will attract more joy. And the more you are in joy, the more joy you will attract. And ultimately, if that's my measure of success, I've been really successful. I've been way more successful in the last year than I have been at any other time in my life. So I'd be really interested to hear, you know, what does self-care mean to you? What have been your self-care discoveries in this past year, or whatever time frame you want to put to it? It'd be lovely to hear from you. And yeah, just remember that self-care isn't selfish, right? it's actually makes amazing sense to look after yourself, to love yourself. And you know, loving yourself isn't having that extra biscuit or that chocolate bar. It is about activities that are going to feed your soul, they're going to feed your mind, going to feed your body, and make you the best you that you can be. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me today. It's been wonderful having you here. And remember, you are in perfect time. See you soon.